Hello ladies and welcome back to Chengi's World. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for coming back because you are my beautiful loyal angels and I love you. For those of you who are new to my channel, I am Chengi and you, my precious one, are my world. So make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, and join this party. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Join me on Instagram and Facebook for a little bit of daily inspiration, fashion, and all kind of lovely, nice things. Okay, and I will see you soon. So today is Women Ask Wednesday. Oh yes, love it. And today is the day that I answer your questions. So send me an email, DM me on Insta, Facebook, or whatever you need to do, but get that question to me and I will read it out on this channel or I will address it on this channel and help all the other women. Feel free to send me your own personal emails that you might not want me to share publicly. I will be, if I get a moment, the moment I get a minute, I try to be really prompt. Sometimes it might take me a while. Sometimes I can do straight away, depending on when you catch me. And when I do that, I will respond to you, but I can only give you one response, ladies. So I love it when you give me feedback on what happened. I love the catch up. I love the building of relationships, but I cannot go back and forth with you on a particular situation because that becomes a coaching session, which is better served with me really speaking to you over Skype, over telephone, really hearing out your situation and giving you advice that is actually specific to the situation. So if you want to be, oh, now he's done this, what shall I do now? That comes under the coaching that I have made available to you. And I am doing my best to make it affordable for every single person, to give a service to everyone, because I want to reach as many of you and help as many of you as I possibly can. If you want to know about my one-to-one, make sure you visit getthering.co.uk or chengisworld.co.uk. I will leave the details in the description box so you can contact me for one-to-one coaching wherever you are in the world. I'm your girl and I'm gonna help fix that situation. Okie dokie. Moving on, today's question was in the comment section and I did answer it in the comment section. I forget what video was on, but I do read the comments. If you do leave your questions for Women Ask Wednesdays, I will do a video eventually over it as soon as I possibly can. So the question for today's Women's Ask Wednesday is this: this lovely viewer explains to me that her current boo is somebody she was speaking to for about 3 months. Then eventually they met and they are really close. He's done every single thing right. He's introduced her to family, to friends. She's introduced him to family and friends. They love him. Everybody loves him. Everything is perfect. Everything is hunky-dory. He is ticking every single box. He is behaving like a boyfriend in every single shape, way and form, like a boyfriend. However, he has not yet actually formally asked her, and this is starting to kind of work on her a little bit. Okay, this is quite common. It actually is quite common. And usually I say to women, and I said this to her, but I want to share this in case you're in that situation and you didn't get around to seeing that response on that video, on that comment. I wanted to do a video about it because she said she was putting it out there because she wanted to help other women who might be in that situation. So here's the situation. A relationship that is going well needs no announcements, okay? You are going to feel secure. You're going to feel happy. A man who is here to stay will vote with his actions, okay? His actions are going to speak louder than any kind of words. There is only one scenario in a situation like this where he's doing everything right and everything is right, is when we get to the point of physical intimacy. Right at the point of physical intimacy, a man must sign your contract, okay? And I learned this from Dr. Pat Allen and I'm an advocate of it. Now, signing your contract doesn't mean that he's not going to negate on it or try and renege or break it. But it certainly needs asking a man to verbalize gives you the right to therefore, and the emotional right to therefore sort of chase him up and be like, you don't meet your side of the bargain. Okay, and what is this contract? The only time it needs to be verbalized is when people are about to have sex. So if you are not married and you are not waiting for marriage to have sex and you feel that he's done everything that you can, you've waited long enough, then you need him to make it clear that he is that are we boyfriend and girlfriend, you need to actually articulate to me what I am to you. Okay, we need to be clear about this. So I need you to ask me to be your girlfriend, that we're an exclusive monogamous relationship. That's what I need to know, okay, before we jump into the sack. It's very important that you know exactly and verbalize exactly what is going on at the point of physical intimacy. Now, other than that, I wouldn't lose any sleep over a guy not particularly professing to you. If he has professed, if he has introduced you to his family and introduced you to his friends, literally that in itself is the biggest profession. Unless he is taking girls to his family and friends all day, every day, then you would probably be able to pick that up. And chances are his family might be a bit but usually a man does not take a woman to mama or to papa, but certainly not to mama unless she is someone that is really special to him. So in this case, all I suggest that you do is have the conversation. Okay, so you need to watch my video, have the conversation. So many of us are trying to read a man's mind, or trying to get him to read our mind, or trying to get him to be somehow psychic about the things that we want and the things that we feel. Not smart. Okay, so have the conversation. If you need him to verbalize, if you need him to say how he feels, if you need him to make it clear what you are, then you need to have that conversation with him. And you know, watch the video on how to get what you want, how to get a man to give you what you want. And in there, I speak about how you can make the ask. Okay, there is a way that you ask, and there's a format that you ask in a way that is respectful, but allows him to verify and verbalize and profess to you and make it clear to you exactly what you are. However, I would be careful not to ruin a good thing. Okay, you have to use your good judgment in these matters. If somebody is showing you how they feel, it's a lot more important than somebody who tells you what they feel and don't have follow through. Okay, so a guy who is showing you how he feels by being honest with you, you trust everything he says because he follows through. You're spending every waking minute together, like, you know, this particular viewer, you're spending every waking minute of every day together. Any spare moment that you have it together. He's clearly prioritizing you. He's clearly making you first. He's clearly doing everything that a man does when he's serious about a girl. And sometimes as women, we can make a big deal of small things. You know, we can make mountains out of molehill. We can make issues out of non-issues. Okay, the verbalization bit, we can make such a big deal of it that we undermine everything that he has done to show us how he truly feels. So you've got to really sort of ask yourself, do you need this professed? Do you really need this professed? We're about to jump into the sack. If sex is not on the table, then let's just let a good thing roll, because most healthy, happy relationships didn't usually have the conversation. It's not necessary, because often they're moving at the right pace. They're developing beautifully. They hardly need the conversation. Most times people find themselves in this boyfriend-girlfriend relationship and no one ever actually said. You're just spending all your time together. You're just introducing yourselves to friends, and the conversation never happened. But now, you know, we're just on this plane. We're talking about our future together and we're planning together, and no one actually had to say, will you be my girlfriend? I know that in the day and age that we're in, where people are in and out, on and off, yeah, I know that there's a commitment issue, and sometimes men will play that game, and because they never verbalize it, they can go mess around. But this is where you need to trust your gut. This is where you need to trust your instinct. This is where you need to let your insecurities be your guide. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about these ugly insecurities that need to be validated every 2 seconds. I'm talking about that little nudge on the inside of you that says something is not right here. Okay, that is something that you need to listen to. Okay, you don't do it all the time, you don't feel it all the time. It's not something that nags at you in every single relationship, but for some reason in this particular relationship, you don't feel safe. You don't feel like I am getting out of this what I would like to get out. So in which case, what you would be expected to do is, you know, just follow that gut feeling and then ask for that verbalization. If the guy's for real, to be honest, it's not gonna be a big deal. I've only ever had to do it once, and it really was not a big deal. He was in it to win it, and to be honest, it was just a formality. Okay, it wasn't like, oh, it was just like, yeah, so you're gonna be my girlfriend or what? I'm like, are you asking? Yeah, I'm asking. You wanna be my girlfriend? Okay then, you know. But it was such a kind of almost it was almost unnecessary. Okay, really, I think that the greatest sign of somebody who is serious about you is the action. So I'd love to get some feedback back on that. What did you do? Did you follow through with advice? And what happened? I'd love some feedback. And that goes for every single one of you that asked me questions and I answer. I would love to know how it all worked out. Did it work out for you? And I'm sure the viewers would also love to know if any of this advice is making a difference in all of you, or any in your life or in your situation. Okay, so I hope this was really helpful. Thank you so much for your question. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. Let's grow the channel. Love you so much. You are my world. Take care of you. Mwah.